Good morning, students. Welcome back to our English class. Today we are going to start our third unit, and the theme of the unit is humanity. Humanity means having some moral values, human values, to maintain a good relationship between other beings. So there should be a good relation between our families. There should be a good relation with the people in the society, and also we should have maintain a good relationship even with our Mother Earth. So these relationship, how can we? So some characters, some values we have to understand and learn and practice it in our life to become a human being, to become a good human being. Love, helping others, sharing, respecting others, having a concern for others' feelings, not to become selfish. Selfish means what? We are not ready to give our things to the others, and we don't share our things with others, but we like to take others' things very easily. Selfish. You might have heard this from teachers, from your parents, when you do such things. Don't be selfish. Don't do this. This is not a good character for human beings. Selfishness. Okay. Selfishness is characterized by not giving others anything, not sharing things with others, and not respecting others, criticizing others behind their back, means talking bad about some people when they are not there. The selfish people won't say it directly, but they will say it to others when the person is absent, not there. So this selfishness is a bad quality, and it won't do good for the society. Not only for the society, we can see our selfishness has destroyed our earth. Don't you think so? Human beings were so selfish that we have destroyed our earth by air pollution, water pollution, land pollution, all you are learning in your other subjects also. So now, what is the importance of these human values in our life? And it is expressed through a beautiful lesson, the selfish giant. So selfish means you already understood. Giant means a very large person or a big person. Okay, so the picture you can see here, at the beginning of the pre-reading you can see the picture of this giant. So it is simple, showing that the person is little bit big, and you can see the selfish giant sitting in a place. It's a garden, and children are playing in this garden. That one you can see in the picture. Okay, now we are going to learn the story about this giant, the selfish giant. So how was that giant selfish? Okay, then this selfish giant became a kind, a loving giant. That is the theme of this story. How did he become loving and caring? Is well portrayed by Oscar Wilde. So who wrote the story? Oscar Wilde. Oscar Wilde is an Irish author, writer. Irish means the people who belong to Ireland. The people who belong to Ireland are called Irish. So where does this Oscar Wilde belong to? He belongs to Ireland. Okay. So Oscar Wilde is an Irish author or a writer. He is very good writing and play. So one who writes play, they are called as playwright. Play or drama. We can call this as drama also. One who writes drama or play, they are called as playwright. So he was good at writing plays. He was a playwright, and his story is a play here. So play means, drama means, skit means, there will be some characters in this story. Okay, so the important character in this story is the giant. Okay, now you can see that giant and the old giant is given. The giant is young and selfish person. The old giant is old man. Okay, he became old, but now the character of this old giant changed. As selfishness has changed, he became very kind and loving man. Okay, so the giant means the selfish giant. The old giant in the drama is the changed giant. How did he change? He became very kind. He was not selfish when he became old. So when he was young, he was very selfish. What was the selfish activity that he did? Let us see. Okay. Now in this some more characters are there. Some children are there. Okay. Now you can see all the names are very interesting names. Giant. Okay. It's not like keeping Venkat, Karthik and see a giant. So that name itself shows the character, the shape of the character, size of the character. It's amusing and funny for you, isn't it? Next, the names of the children are also a little bit funny. Tall, you can see that. Tall girl. Tall girl. Tall means, the character tall. Short boy. Square girl. Round boy. Graceful girl. So, we have not given the other names are not there. Tall, short, square, round and graceful. So these boys and girls are there. And again you can see some characters. Okay, one who speaks here in the play. They are the north wind, snow, frost, autumn, hail. Snow and frost are, snow and frost means the same ice structures that forms, during winter season. You can see the ice is formed, okay, in different forms. That comes close to the ground. They are called the frost. That remains in the atmosphere. They are the snow. The flakes appears, snowflakes. You know it very well, the pictures you have seen. Okay, snow and frost. So, snow and frost also has a role in this play. Again, you can see autumn. That is one of the seasons. 4 seasons are there. Among them, one season is this autumn. Hail is there. Hail are also during summer when we have heavy rain. Ice balls you can see falling on the ground. People love to collect all these ice stones. They are called as hail. So these are all the characters of this story. So Oscar Wilde has very elaborately, very nicely, wonderfully explained the story through these characters. And these names are also very good to hear. First time we may be hearing this type of names for the characters. And they are speaking. Even the autumn, hail, north wind, they are all speaking to us in the drama. Okay, now let us begin the drama. In the drama, you can see the old giant is telling the story. Okay, old giant is telling the story how he was in his young days, when he was young. How he was. He was very selfish. Okay, and how did he change? That story who is saying? The old giant is saying. So old giant says that he had owned a large lovely garden. And how was the garden? There were so many plants. And in the spring these plants blossomed with flowers. Flowers were like stars. There were 12 peach trees. And in autumn season they had fruits in these peach trees. Then there were so many trees, other trees also were there, flowers, grass also had small little flowers. So it was a very big garden, and it had a lot of plants and trees and flowers in it. And so many birds used to come and sing songs in this garden. They used to come to this garden and sing songs. Spring season, what is the speciality of spring season? Plants will blossom. They'll produce so many flowers. After spring, you can see that they'll get fruits also. Some plants will carry fruits also. So, this type of a beautiful garden, who had? Our giant had. Giant, once he went to meet his friend, Cornish ogre. Cornish ogre. So after he went to meet this friend, and after 7 years he came back. So you can understand, he took a long gap, or he was long time away from his house, castle. Very large building also was there in the middle of this garden. He was long time away from this garden. Now what happened when nobody was there in this garden, when giant was not there in the garden, children who used to go to school saw this beautiful garden. If you have a garden or a playground, if a space there, a beautiful place there, means what will the children do? First they used to listen to the songs of the bird, and they started playing in this garden. Children, no, they'll play. You will also play. We also love to play in the park. Okay, just consider like a park. It was very beautiful with the grass, trees, and they used to climb the trees. They used to pluck the fruits. They used to pluck the flowers. They used to play in this garden. The children were very happy. After 7 years, who came there? Giant came. So giant, he talked with his friend all the things what he wanted. The Oscar Wilde says so, that he completed all the things what he wanted to say, and he returned back to his own castle. And when he came back, what did he see? He saw children playing in the garden. Now this giant was very selfish. The young giant was very selfish. He did not like the children playing in the garden, and he shouted, "This is my garden." Means whose garden? The giant's garden. My own garden. Okay? And it is repeated everywhere. Anyone can understand, and I will allow nobody to play in this garden. He was shouting at the children. Children seeing this big man, this giant, they were frightened and they ran away from this garden. Then what did he do? You can see this young giant, or this giant, was very angry with the children, that he built a wall around the garden, and he kept a board also. Trespassers will be prosecuted. Trespassers means one who enters the land without permission will be punished. This you can see in some areas will be confined. For example, naval area. Okay, some areas we cannot go without permission. Shipyard, some factories will be confined. With the permission only we can go inside. And if we get inside without permission, they'll punish us. There are legal rules for that. So he can see here, trespassers will be punished. Means if anybody enters his land, he would punish them. Okay, so let us stop. And let us see what happens to these children who played there. Did he allow them to play? What happened when he did not allow the children to play in the garden? Did spring come to his garden? Or there was only winter in the garden? All these things let us discuss next week. Okay? Thank you.